the ocean. Churning the ocean was a difficult task, because to churn the ocean, first of all, you need a post, and then you need a base. So otherwise, if you churn the ocean without a base, then the post will keep going. Churning is like something like this, like a tug of war kind of a situation. So there was this post. The mountain Mandara was selected as the post, and the base, they were not finding anything. So Vishnu said, I will become your base as a tortoise. And he took an incarnation, avatar, of a big, huge tortoise called Kurma. And he went inside the ocean, and the whole mountain was resting on his back. And he mentioned, so the gods were worried that, are you feeling any pain? Because he said that, I am just feeling like as if something is scratching my back. So I'm feeling very comfortable. So, and he did that, and then they churned the ocean. So there were the demons on one side and the gods on the other, and number of things came out of the ocean during that churning. One of the things that ultimately what came out was Amrita, or the nectar of immortality, or ambrosia. But in the process, Lakshmi also came out, and the wealth came out. So what is this churning of the ocean? Everyone reads this, oh, beautiful fairy tale, closes the book and goes to sleep. No, it's a huge, huge information there. The tortoise, okay, Kurma. So let's say you go to the Willis Tower and you look around the horizon, or you go to the Hancock Tower and look around the horizon. It's going to look like a back of a tortoise to you. From any place above, if you look at the earth, it's going to look like you're sitting on a kurma, right? So this kurma, the back of a tortoise, that is where we work. This example of this churning of the ocean is in one word called karma. It is only through work that we will achieve Lakshmi. Only through work. And again, as I mentioned, any karma has two sides. There will be demons in us, and there will be goodness in us. Both are going to churn. And what is this mountain? That is the mountain of our Kundalini Shakti, or a spinal cord, or Sushumna, the nadis, the Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna nadi, which is our existence. It's going to churn us, and it's going to make us do things. And only if we act can we get Lakshmi. If we sit idle, we cannot. We have to do karma to achieve Lakshmi. Otherwise, she is not going to come. Now, there's a book in my regional language, Bengali. It's an all regional language. You might have heard it. It's called Nitya Karma Paddhati. That means what one should usually. It's written for people who 90% of people who just follow the religion, who just do not understand. That's 90% of Hindus too. I'm speaking for Hindus as well. They're told to do something and they do it. They don't know the why. So one of the things mentioned there for women, it's especially for the women of the household, is do not sleep in the afternoon. Make sure your kitchen is clean. Right? These are things we have heard. Make sure you open your shoes while going to the kitchen. Right? All these things. Where fire is, you should worship. All this thing is to ensure that your karma is good. And they say if you do all these things, Lakshmi will come. What they're trying. Now see, what happens with this thing is that this knowledge is becoming like a constitution amended. So it was written at a periodic time. It's dated. But civilization is advancing. Things are changing. The meaning of communicating was something different 5,000 years ago and something different today. The problem is that if we do not explain the why behind this, then you cannot interpret it in the times of society, so you lose the meaning of Lakshmi. The meaning of Lakshmi today is that you have to work. And when you work, when you do anything, there will be two sides to it. What is the first thing that came out of this ocean? First thing, poison, called halahal. That means when you try to do any project, the first thing you're going to have is obstacles. And that's the sign, that's the right way. If you do something and you face no trials and tribulations, nothing to do that project, probably it's not the right karma. Because the first thing that is going to happen when you're trying to go to a knowledge that could change you is that you're not going to feel like going there. It's going to be a sunny day. You're probably going to feel like, going to a friend's house or, a movie perhaps. That's the first thing. First thing that happened when I was going to come here, I couldn't find a parking spot, so I was late. So these are obstacles. That means something is going to change. These are signs. The first thing of getting Lakshmi is poison. You're going to face and it was such a poison that all the gods and demons were dying. And then they had to go and worship Shiva. Because he is the epitome of all tamas. He controls tamas. So he took the poison and he drank it and kept it in his neck. It was such a poison that it even turned Shiva's neck blue. And that is why he is called Neelakanta. Neel means blue, Kanta means neck. He is the blue-necked one. That poison came from this. That means any work we try to do, so I don't want to go into all the symbology, what is Shiva here, but the fact is that the birth of Lakshmi can only take place on the grounds that you are working on something which you consider extremely tough, impossible. Do those impossible tasks. That is the first step. Every step that you overcome those hurdles, the more closer you're going to Lakshmi. Impossible tasks. Okay? So then Lakshmi came out. And let's see what happened after that. So, seeking Lakshmi and Lakshmi seeking. Now, what happened after that was that Indra had lost all the grandeur. So he was the first guy to run after Lakshmi. Right? Please come here, please. So you see, in Hindu mythology, they do not understand this very clearly, even Hindus don't. Is that marrying, that means someone is someone's wife, is a way of saying that they're united. These are roles marrying each other. They're not human beings marrying each other. They're roles marrying each other. So Indra wanted to marry Lakshmi. And Lakshmi got disgusted by the fact that this guy was running after me. She was least bothered. She said, no, I'm the first person that I'm not going to marry is you, because you're running after me. So then she was looking everywhere, and there she found Vishnu, totally, absolutely, how to put it, not giving her any kind of importance, or totally detached is the word, totally detached from Lakshmi, and looking after the gods. Okay, are you guys fine? And Lakshmi is moving, and everyone is looking at Lakshmi. Vishnu is okay, are you guys fine? Are you guys fine? So then Lakshmi says, who's this guy? Everyone is, enchanted by my presence, except this guy. He said, he's Vishnu. He said, that's the guy I want. Because he's detached. Because if you're detached, and you're only caring of what the other needs, automatically Lakshmi will flow into you. You see, the concept is